The breeding of puppies in puppy mills has raised the concern of a Richmond woman. Gareth Maddock-Jones was there as she confronted City Council in hopes of having the mills banned.
At this local park in Vancouver, dog owners don't have too many kind words for puppy mills.
A puppy mill to me sounds like a place where animals are just being bred purely for the profit of the owner.
It seems to me that they are just businesses, and so the animals are used as products and they are not well treated.
In neighboring Richmond, one woman is trying to do something about puppy mills. Her strategy? Trying to get City Council to ban the sale of puppies in pet stores.
We believe that it will cut off the connection between not only puppy mill dogs that are coming into our city and coming into our country, but also to the easy access that people have to dogs that they may or may not want and often don't want in the end.
Christy Legally may be looking to ban the purchase of puppies in Richmond, but for one pet store owner in Vancouver, he says it's more about educating yourself and doing the research about the pet you're looking to purchase.
Our first and foremost importance has always been about educating potential buyers, dealing with what type of dogs they're looking at, what sort of breeds they have looked at, whether or not they're ready and they're committed to taking the ownership. We also don't allow impulse buying or purchasing as a gift, so we would never allow a puppy to go home as a present for someone else.
Legally recognizes there are good pet stores out there, but would suggest there is a better option for finding a puppy.
Currently, the Richmond Animal Shelter has, I believe, 10 puppies for adoption in addition to all the other animals they have there. So it's not difficult to find a puppy, and in those cases you'll actually be screened by people who can tell you, is this the right puppy for you? And they'll, check to see if you can offer a good home for that dog.
The fight to ban puppy sales in pet stores is just beginning for Christy Legally. Her group, the Animal Welfare Advocacy Coalition, was successful today at Richmond City Council as they have decided to launch a series of public consultations into this controversial issue. Gareth Maddock-Jones in Richmond for BCIT Magazine.
If you've seen the movie Patch Adams, you're familiar with Clown Doctors. An organization is bringing the same silliness and fun into a local care home. Allison Bailey reports.
No, it's not a carnival. These are clowns, but don't let the red noses fool you. They're doctors too, though not the traditional kind. Always ready to pull a prank or sing a song, they have a mission: to bring joy into the lives of residents at Vancouver's George Pearson Centre. They're part of Just for Joy, a charitable organization that uses improvisation and song to bring a smile to the faces of disabled adults living at the center. The doctors give personalized attention to patients that traditional doctors don't always have the time to provide.
We are able to focus on the humanity of a person who's in a healthcare situation in a way that often the staff who are hired here are really focusing on the medical aspects of things. They're busy, it's a stressful environment a lot of the time. There are medical things that we parody, but we're really focused on the person as a whole rather than anything to do with their medical situation.
Grant started the program after working for a similar one in Eastern Canada. The centre says having the clown doctors is about more than just an opportunity to clown around. It's a way to bring the community into George Pearson and into the lives of its residents.
Living in a long-term care facility can be very challenging on a lot of different levels for the residents. So it can be a lonely place to be for some of our residents. So just that opportunity to laugh and be silly and have that interaction with the clowns has really been important to a lot of the residents.
They're jolly, they're happy. I could be having a bad day, crap. And they perk you up. They put you in a good mind space.
Clearly a perk for many of the residents who wait for the clown doctors week after week. Allison Bailey in Vancouver for BCIT Magazine.
Hundreds of volunteers in Port Moody work to give a deserving mom a surprise of a lifetime. My co-host Carly McLennan went for a visit.
Chantal Baudouin recently returned from a 10-day vacation in Pemberton to find this waiting for her, a brand new home.
The home team has come into my house and just really helped me to continue on my journey. You know, I got a lot of years ahead of me, and I got a lot of walking to do and rolling to do and all those things.
The journey has not been an easy one, After a train accident left Chantal in a wheelchair 6 years ago, she struggled to function in her old house. Then the home team stepped in.
The controls on my old stove used to be at the back, so in the midst of cooking and going to turn off the stove, I would often burn my arms on a small pan or a wok or a pot, depending. So I had a lot of scars on my arms. This little inset here has just provided me the comfort to get in properly to do my dishes.
With over $250,000 donated, over 200 volunteers worked for 10 days on the house. Project manager Russ McCann initiated the project because he wanted to make a positive change in his community.
I wanted to be in a church where things happen, and I figured if you want to do that, you might as well get doing it yourself. And I had a lot of contacts in the construction industry, and I had the idea that this would be a great way to help out in the community.
It's just unbelievable that strangers would come together and offer so much of their time and their energy and their passion and what they do. Yeah, I just feel really blessed and really honored, and I feel like a changed person having been involved with the home team.
Construction and landscaping crews are long gone here at Chantal Boudouin's house in Port Moody. Chantal is looking forward to settling into her new home and making many new memories. As for Russ McCann, who spent many 10-hour days on this project, he's looking forward to starting a new one next year. Carly McLennan in Port Moody for BCIT Magazine.
And October is Energy Awareness Month. My co-host Josh Dureko took in a unique experiment.
I'm here in downtown Vancouver, where BC Hydro and Team PowerSmart have geared up to showcase this, an energy-efficient living display. 2 shipping containers have been transformed into a living space where 2 actors will spend the next 4 days trying to live energy efficient and save money. The idea is to showcase how doing little things can have a dramatic effect on how much energy you consume, saving you money in the long run. It's the little things that make a big difference, says BC spokesperson Jay Spyro.
Yeah, there's a lot of really easy ways to save energy at home that don't require a lot of huge effort. Things like remembering to unplug your cell phone chargers, your iPhone chargers, your video games, things like that will really save you a lot of energy.
October is Energy Awareness Month, and I asked people on the street what they do to conserve energy in their home.
Oh, I did turn my my hot water heater down the other day, from hot down to warm.
Keep the apartment cooler in summer if I can, pulling shades, and keeping the windows closed in winter when it's cold.
The heater, and then wear extra clothing to keep you warm.
And conserving energy is what it's all about. In Vancouver, Josh Dureko for BCIT Magazine. Up next on BCIT Magazine's Gareth Maddock-Jones will introduce us to the first American hockey player ever introduced at SFU.
Toronto Raptors coach Jay Triano isn't the only athlete in the family